Aloha Cupcakes. Today I'm going to be working with urethane from the Spay Source and Ronans pinstriping urethane. So far, the Spay Source urethane, they had this color blue. I had to try it out. It's called Texas Blue, and look at it. It just pops. So this is over a metal flaked helmet. I didn't do too much to it. I just hit it with a little bit of freaking cleaner and just went for it. I did spray some of the purple coat on top after that. I just didn't record it because I'm just super awesome that way. Now, one of the things I did notice with this on another helmet that I was working with at the same time was that the mid coat is super important if you're going to use any sort of tape over it. Just do the thing. With this one, I wanted to just see how I was going to interact with a single coat of mid coat. I didn't put any tape down on it because the other one had frustrated me at this point. So we're just working with the blue. Which, kudos to Ronans on this one. Their reflex and process blue are exactly that. And there's zero deviation in the color pigment. And it just looks exactly how it's supposed to. Huge fan of that. One of the other things with this paint is it is, in fact, urethane. And unlike normal urethanes that everyone else makes, it's not stinky. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of toxic chemicals in there for you to not want to inhale. However, it doesn't make you nauseous to work with, which is just a big deal for some of us who get to work in hot shops while we're working. So that's really big plus. Now, I didn't have to reduce this very much to get it to flow right. It was like a couple drops here and there. My humidity around here is pretty low. Even with my swamp cooler running, I'm still just barely clearing 20%. So there's a high likelihood that you're going to need a little extra reducer when you have less humidity. For those of you that have humidity, one, we're jealous, and I might hate you for it, but that's fine. One other thing when I was working with this blue, and it's something that you probably can't see too well in any of the shots on this, is that it did at first, especially the first few lines, look like that it was going to have like a bit of a bump to it. So when you clear over it, it wouldn't lay flat. By the time I laid down the clear coat, it flattened itself out, just in case you're worrying about that. Now, the other thing with this one is the working time. Once I put the hardener in there, it seemed pretty consistent. At 12 minutes, I was done. That was not just this color, that was with this, the pink, and I have a gray color. Right about 12 minutes, that's your working time. So you have to be a little bit aware of your time frame, but it's still plenty of working time, I think. Now, the pink I did notice had a little bit more of a dense texture to it, so I did have to reduce it down a bit more than the blue, which is probably not entirely abnormal, at least when it comes to enamels. I know with urethanes, there's a bit more consistency, so they've been making this stuff for the way they have for eons. I would imagine it's similar pigments that they use for it. So, I mean, it works. I just had to be a little bit more aware of how much reducer, and I just had to unthink what I'm used to doing and just do what I would do with enamel. So all in all, I think this is a great urethane. I strongly recommend trying it out if you have not already, because it's oodles of fun being able to put stuff under clear coat and not having to worry about it ever getting destroyed. I've always been a fan of that. I will probably always be a fan of that, and I think you should too. Till next time, stay moist, my friends.